Gentlemen, welcome back to the Tiege Hanley Starting a Business, Building a Brand vlog. This one, big number 310. So I got a little running around to do before I actually sit down and answer some of your business questions. Give you a little salon update. We're gonna run by there, see what's going on. Things are going really well. Yeah, I gotta go to the warehouse. I also gotta go to the bank. I gotta wire money. I hate wiring money overseas because you gotta go into the bank. It's a pain in the butt. Anyway, what'd you think? The X6? A lot of you guys knew what I was getting. I gotta be honest, I have been loving this car. It's honestly probably the favorite car I've ever had. Ugh. It's been awesome. So I have absolutely loved this car. It's super fun. Like, I'm actually loving like being up a little bit higher. For the last two cars, I've been like, actually the last three cars, I've been low, right? An SUV, you're up a little bit. It's zippy. It's not too fast. The only thing, I think if I had to do it over, remember that I was doing this and downgraded because I am building a house, and so I'm trying to save money like where I can. And so the car payment $700 less than my other car. The only thing I wish that I did a little bit differently, I guess, if I had to pick, would probably be to upgrade the engine to the V8, which would have made this even like faster. Even though it's quick, it's zippy, but I don't know, there's just something about like driving like a fast car that I still apparently like. But whatever, it's not about that. I love it. It's amazing. Now we gotta go. All right, gentlemen, so here's the plan. I'm gonna run to the Pedro warehouse real quick just to say hey to everybody and make sure everything is good there. And then after that, we're gonna run. Yo, Tara. All right, that sounds good, man. Hey, congratulations. Great job. I'll talk to you later. All right. Talk to you, buddy. Bye. So that was my partner in Influential Media and the guy that does all the selling for my YouTube channel, the advertising. And he just came with some great news. The company Cuts, that you guys have all heard me talk about, which I love. They're gonna do like 12 videos next year, which is awesome. And they want more videos this year. So anyway, it was a good call. Also, another brand I love is BetterHelp. I've talked about that a lot. You know, I am a huge advocate for mental health and therapy, or mental health and therapy, and BetterHelp is, I feel, doing some really important work. You know, there's no substitute for going in and sitting down and actually talking to a therapist or a counselor, but this is like the next best option. And for a lot of people, it's more comfortable. It's also, you know, more affordable. And so anyway, those two deals are back for next year, which it's always nerve-wracking if I'm being honest. You know, I don't often talk about the YouTube advertising, but it is, you know, substantial in terms of the revenue that it generates for myself, but also for, you know, Influential Media, my friend, best friend Terry, his brother Brian, who works for Influential Media, and Tom, who works for Influential Media. And so I guess do you want more of like a YouTube revenue type like video on how it all works? And if you do, guys, down in the comments, say yo Alpha, talk a little bit more about YouTube. But that was a great call. Anyway, back to what I was saying. We're headed to the Pedro warehouse real quick, and then we're gonna go to the bank. I'm gonna wire money, try to wire money. If the guy's busy, I'm not gonna sit there for 20 minutes to wait. I'm also then going to head to the salon just to pop in there, head to see my mother-in-law real quick, and then it's back to the office to answer your amazing business questions. If you dig this, gentlemen, make sure to drop us one of those. Yo.
Hey, what's up?
What's happening?
What's going on?
What's up? Say hey, Zavi. What's happening? Anything good?
Just working hard. Got some money here from pallets.
I got money from who?
Bought a couple pallets.
Oh, sweet. Thank you. $15 sold pallets. What's up, Matodi? How you doing? You want to say hi to everybody?
Hi there, how's it going?
Very good, very good. So one of the things that has shocked me a little bit about Pete and Pedro is this, right? Cologne, the fragrances. Like, I was a little bit reluctant to actually come out with fragrances. My guy Mike Lee was like, yo, you gotta do fragrances, I'm like, I'm not a fragrance guy. People aren't gonna buy my fragrance. One of the smartest things that I ever have done, and I haven't done many of them, I'm gonna come out with a fragrance. I'm gonna make one that I love, that I wanna wear. And so I went to the lab, I said, hey, can you kind of do something similar to Creed Aventus, right? And the thing that I did, and the lesson that I learned, is that a lot of people will try that fragrance because they've all heard about it, right? Everybody has heard about Creed Aventus. The problem with it is that it's super expensive. And for me to be like, hey, I made a more affordable version, it's similar, not identical, but it took a lot of the fear of people trying a fragrance away. And so that kind of became my model. Every fragrance that I come out with, there's an inspiration. And because I choose fragrances that are basically revered as great fragrances, people are less scared to actually try it. And so they're willing to actually spend their money, as opposed to if I just came out and was like, yo, all right, check out Billin. It smells like notes of chrysanthemum mixed with leather and vanilla. Like, people would be like, what? But because I'm like, yo, it smells like Tom Ford's Tobacco Vanilla, people are like, ooh, I've heard about that stuff. And so they buy it. The other thing that I did that I didn't realize was such a good idea were these samples, right? These deluxe samples. These things, like, you think they're literally, like, they're like crack. People cannot get enough of those things. And the cool thing is the margin is amazing. Fragrance, the margin is incredible. So anyway, all that to say, I was scared to come out with a fragrance, but because I did it in a way that I felt comfortable talking about and pitching and modeling it after similar fragrances, it's become a multi-million-dollar component of Pete and Pedro, and it's just crushing it. So just, that's one of the, is that a business lesson? Matodi, is that a business lesson?
I think so.
He thinks so. I think so too. All right, let's go. We got to run. Of course, dude's not there, so maybe tomorrow I will try to wire that money. Wiring money is the worst. Anyway, especially when it's overseas. This is going to China, so it's just a pain in the ass. All right, now I am headed to go see my mother-in-law. A little update on her for you guys who've been watching for a while. She has dementia. She's in an assisted living facility, but it's gotten to the point where she needs to go to a memory care facility. And so my wife and I have toured this new facility that's going to be opening in about a month. And so in about a month, we're going to move her to this new facility, which seems great. It's so sad. Like, dementia is horrible. And the type of dementia she has, it's not like she doesn't know like who we are or anything like that. It's called Pick's disease. I might have mentioned this before in a vlog, but you know, the way that it works, it affects like your front temporal lobe. And so she loses the ability to like communicate. And so like she has a tough time like finding her words or talking. And so it's just horrible. It's fucking horrible, dude. But making the best of it. And I'm super fortunate. We are super fortunate that I make a ton of money so that I can afford this because it's not cheap. I think the new facility is going to be, I think, $6,500 a month. You know, that's a lot of money, but you know, it is what it is. You take care of family, right? Yeah, something else you guys probably don't know that's interesting. My wife and her mother have been estranged. My wife left home when she was like 16 years old. And her dad died when she was like 4, and she was basically out on her own at 16. Mom was struggling with, you know, addiction issues, and so she's like, I'm out of here. And so she left. And it's one of the things that I really love and admire about my wife. She's a strong woman and just she's a survivor, right? And she is, you know, she's just an amazing person. But when my wife got the call about her mom, like, I never met her mother until basically like the day we picked her up to bring her down here like 3 years ago. She never came to her wedding or anything like that. And so it's crazy, right? My wife and I have been together, you know, for almost like 20 years. But, you know, everything works out the way it's going to work out. And I actually appreciate the time that we have now. And the other really cool thing, and this is me like being a little more personal with you guys, I'm happy that my wife has had this opportunity to sort of heal the pain that she was dealing with just from not having her mother in her life for so long. Now being able to kind of take care of her, it's definitely therapeutic. And so anyway, I'm gonna go see her. See you in a second. She's doing great. Now the salon. Things are going really well with the salon. We have added some staff. We are literally booked out like 3 weeks in advance. It's honestly going better than I ever really thought. I mean, I knew it was going to be good. I just didn't know it was going to be like this well received, and it was going to basically like take off. you know, in terms of revenue, we are right now closing in on like a $3 million run rate, which is like, we haven't even been in business a year. And so that's incredible. Now, like I've mentioned in some of the other vlogs, the margin, the profit margin at a salon isn't as good as I want it to be. It's good though. I mean, it's, what is it, like 15? I think we're closing in on like 16%. So it's making money. We're actually going to take a pretty nice distribution this year, all 3 owners. We just had a meeting the other night, me, Tony, and Steven. And things are good. You know, the biggest issues we've really had have just been like personnel issues. You know, dealing with, you can imagine possibly dealing with a bunch of artistic, you know, super sassy like people and women is interesting. But yeah, that, other than that, like the business itself is doing great. You know, that we've had some personnel issues, definitely interesting. And I honestly am glad that I don't have to work at that business every day, because it's kind of a little bit like babysitting, but they're all like super sassy, like little kids. Anyway, so yeah, so the business is doing great. Really excited about it. Excited what we're doing next year. We got some big things planned, but it's all about adding stylists. You know, the more chairs we get filled, the more money, the more revenue, the more that goes to the bottom dollar. But this is my only like brick and mortar business, and so it's very interesting to sort of see the difference between like an online selling like situation and something like this. You know, online, if you can do it, man, it's I think honestly it's a little bit easier, and you can make a lot more money. You can scale it a lot easier online in terms of businesses. But as far as a brick and mortar business goes, this one is incredibly successful. Steven, he talks to some other like salon owners, and they talk about, you know, what we're doing, what they're doing. And apparently already, like year 1, we are in like the like top like 1% of grossing salons like in the country. And so that's pretty incredible. And so excited to see where we go and what we do. But things are going really well. And so for you guys that want to check it out, salonposted.com, make an appointment, come and see us. But you gotta wait 3 weeks, literally. Like, that's awesome, but that's not good. I hate when people have to wait. Damn. There's this little coffee shop that just opened called Tuesdays, and it's super small. It's like 100 square feet. And there's always a line. Man, I wanted to go there for some coffee. I have been trying not to go to Starbucks. I kind of broke up with Starbucks. That's a whole different story for a different day. But no, I'm trying to only buy local coffee now. And so Starbucks pissed me off. They crossed the line with this guy. In a pinch, I'll still go to Starbucks, right? If I'm somewhere and I see a sign. Oh, it's Terry again.
Just trying to just been going back and forth, Jiffy Lube and all that. Everything's almost ready to go. They're waiting for some information back, extension. What she wanted to find out, and I've already relayed the fact that your schedule is always completely tight. We'll figure out. Are there any days in November that are like completely off limits for you? Or better yet, what days are best, I guess?
Fridays are best for me.
Okay, Fridays are that'll help.
So just
put that in there.
Yeah, let's try and figure a Friday out, because that's kind of the day that I try to, you know, I don't have many other obligations other than a few meetings, and so yeah, let's make it a Friday if we can. And if not, then we'll have to figure out, you know, a Saturday would be fine as well. But yeah, during the week it's kind of tough for me.
Yeah, no, I figured. Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense.
Cool.
That makes sense.
All right, good.
Dude, and then I'm fucking going into my next question with them, which is, and regarding the final content, is this something we'll plan on posting in December?
Yeah. All right, hey, let me run. I just got to the salon. Great job. Bye.
All right, have fun. Bye.
All right, bye. It never stops. Got a deal with Jiffy Lube to do something amazing. It has to do with a charity, and I'm really excited about that, but that's what that call was about. Anyway, salon, let's hit it.
I'm already subscribed.
All right, thank you. What's up? Still gotta wear masks. Put this on. I'm kidding. I gotta put it on. How's it going?
Good.
Yeah?
Busy.
We're busy?
Yes.
I was just coming to say hey. How's everything?
Good, good.
Cam? What's up? Justin? All right, come in here. All right. Oh. All right, private room. I can talk in here. I love this little room, right? Just little, private. We need to do some things. Like as of like when we close for Christmas, we'll close for about a week for, you know, Christmas and New Year's. And so when we do, we've got a lot of things like to fix. Because this building was old and we rehabbed it, there is definitely like settling and new painting that needs to happen. And this room, like the private suite, it's awesome, right? But I feel like it just needs some love. And so it needs like art. We're gonna paint, you know, some of the walls. We're gonna do something to make it a little bit more special. But people have been really loving booking this room. It's super cool because they pay a little bit more for it. It also just makes people feel a little bit more comfortable and safe. And it's a pampering type experience. Anyway, things are going really good here, really well. We're having a blast. I'm excited. I love coming by here. I try to pop in here a few times a week. I don't want to overstay my welcome kind of thing. Even though, you know, of course I'm one of the owners, it's no big deal, right? I don't want to, you know, come in here. When I first started, I was like bringing the camera in like every day, like filming a bunch of videos. And I'm like, you know what? First off, I can't be an owner and being like, hey, what's the best way to shave your balls? Or what should you like to my employees? And so it was kind of like one day I was just like, wait a second, I probably legally am not supposed to be asking some of these questions. And so before, when I used to go in and see Steven in his salon, you know, they weren't employees, but now everybody is. And so it's kind of changed the dynamic a little bit. But apparently the girls like when I come in and ask them questions, but I still feel a little bit sketchy about it. And so once in a while I will. Also, you know, it's just, I don't want to like get in people's way. And so I just want Steven to be able to kind of do what Steven is doing. Things are going really well. He's happy. Something that you may not know, and I don't know that I've ever really talked about this, but Steven has cancer. He has had cancer for literally like the past 10 years. And it's managed. It's not necessarily like gone, but he goes to MD Anderson a few times a year to get like scans. It's actually lung cancer. And he had thyroid cancer. For those of you who've been following the Alpha M videos for a long time, you remember when his voice was like really like rough and gravelly? Well, there was a vocal cord that was paralyzed from like going in, like he was literally cut like across his neck, right? And the interesting thing is that in order to get that vocal cord like fixed, he actually had to go get an implant inserted like under his vocal cord. It was a silicone implant. They actually woke him up during surgery and like made him talk to actually like tune it like a piano. Anyway, he goes to MD Anderson. He is not in remission. He is managing sort of the cancer. He's doing some immunotherapy. And it's just a lesson, you know, guys, you never know what life is going to throw you. And so this happened literally like 8 or 9 years ago that he first got diagnosed, and he's been dealing with it ever since. But how are you going to handle it? You know, I have so much respect and admiration for him. Just, you know, the way that he conducts himself, the way that he goes about, you know, just business. And it's kind of like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to live my life and I'm going to go. And a lot of people, knowing his situation, when I said I was going to go into business with him and invest all this money to do this thing with him, they were like, well, why are you worried? I'm like, you know what? Nothing is guaranteed. I could croak tomorrow. You can't live your life like that. You just got to roll your sleeves up and do the work and do the best job you can. If it works out, great. You can't be like stupid about things, but you know, you got to, I don't know, you just got to live your life, man, because nothing is guaranteed, nothing is promised. So anyway, I'm going down like the rabbit hole of like way too much information on this vlog. Actually, I'm rethinking this, all right? This vlog was action-packed with a lot of info. And so I'm not going to like half-ass answer your business questions, because that's what I would do if I went back to the office and sat down, because this vlog is already probably pretty long. Anyway, what I want you to do, if you had a business question, copy it and paste it into this comment section. Or if you've just got a new business question, start it with business question and ask your question. Next week, it is all, and when I mean all about you and your amazing business questions. Guys, thanks for rolling with me. It was fun. I enjoyed it. If you did, drop one of those. That was my left drop. That's the one I'm talking about. Anyway, you're amazing, and we love you more than our double monk strap shoes. See you tomorrow. Bye.